We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle, and I'm joined here by my brother Tim. And you would never guess it, Tim. We have another baseball slate to go over, and then we also have a show after this at 2:30, where we're going to break down every single trade that goes on today. It's going to be a busy, busy day, and I just want to start off by saying tread lightly today. I think I have the lowest amount of action on a full slate that I've had all season long. I have a couple spots I like. I think I bet in 5 different games, and I have 6 total plays. Like I usually have like 8, 9, 10, 11 plays. I'm really treading lightly today because it's the trade deadline. Today at 4 o'clock, we will find out who's going where, and I might have some other plays afterwards. But right now, tread lightly, and yeah, and hopefully we have a good day. To recap yesterday, it sucked. All right, for you now?
No, go and talk about it.
I know. I got a win from the over in Chicago and Cincinnati. I got pushes from Kansas City first 5 and Tampa Bay first 5, and everything else was a loser. All right, next. Lost on the Mets first 5, lost on the over in Detroit and Baltimore, lost on Colorado team total over, lost on Boston first 5 under, lost on the Dodgers first 5 -1/2, lost on the Pirates first 5, and then I added on the Angels first 5 at plus 130 because I saw a little bit of value on that before game time decision, and I lost that one as well. So an absolutely miserable night for me last night, where nothing went right after that Cubs game, and I'm hoping to just have a decent day today to rebound from that.
No, I feel looking at yesterday for me, it wasn't as bad for me. I know I had the Mets under, and it went over by half a run. I had the Yankees game under. Yeah, Tampa Bay kind of flubbed that one up for me. I was setting a couple of things up on the computer. I did have the under in the Kansas City game, worked out nicely. I had the San Francisco Giants, also worked out nicely. I had the Detroit Tigers on the run line, also worked out nicely. Our best bet of the day was the under in that Toronto game. Toronto kind of messed that one up for us. And then I also had the over in the Padres game, which did not work out. Overall, I think I lost like $2. So nothing crazy. Yeah, as Nick reiterated, light day today. Don't go crazy because trade deadline's going on. I think, let's see, out of a 15-game slate that's going on today, I have 7 plays. So it's nothing crazy, and it's not any of the teams that really are scary to me. So tread lightly. And Nick, do you want to get into should we get into the slate? We're not going to break down too much of the trade deadline just yet. That will be our show from 2:30 to 5. We'll be breaking down trade deadline stuff, pretty much that entire stream. So we're not going to break in too much because I know like Anthony Rizzo went to the Yankees, Gallo went to the Yankees, Scherzer went to the Dodgers, Trey Turner went to the Dodgers. There's a bunch of stuff that went on, but we'll go and break all that in depth at 2:30 today. So want to jump into the slate, Nick?
Yeah, let's get it started here. We'll kick it off here with the Philadelphia Phillies at the Pittsburgh Pirates. You can get the Phillies for a -130. It's a plus 120 the opposite way with the Pirates. Over-under of 9 runs in this game. Vince Velasquez, Will Crow. Kick it off. Where are you looking at for the first game here?
All right. Yeah, looking at these two pitchers, if we can we call them that? Vince Velasquez 3-5, 5.54 ERA. Will Crow 2-5, 5.89 ERA. Both of them are not particularly good. And these offenses are starting to wake up just a little bit. My play for this one is the over. I'm gonna type that one in. But I like the over in this game. I think that these two teams can definitely tag up Vince Velasquez and Will Crow. Normally, whenever these two teams play, they go over. So I do like the over in this one. We should be able to get enough offense from these two teams.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that one here. Looking at this matchup, pitchers, yeah, this is an ugly pitching matchup. Vince Velasquez 3-5 this season, a 5.54 ERA, a 1.43 WHIP, and 79 2/3 innings pitched, 84 strikeouts, and 44 walks. On the opposite side, Will Crowe is 2-5, a 5.89 ERA, a 1.57 WHIP, 62 strikeouts, and 31 walks on the season. And I looked at this price tag, and I had this game priced a little bit wider. I had the Phillies around a minus 155 for this game. So seeing this at minus 130, I think we're getting a nice price on Philadelphia here. And Pittsburgh coming in looking absolutely awful recently. They've lost 8 of their last 10 games. They've lost 4 in a row. They've also gone over in 7 of their last 10 games, posting a 7-2-1 over-under record in the last 10 games. I have 2 plays on this game. I'm going with the Philadelphia Phillies in the first 5 innings. You can get that at minus 135. And I'm also going team total over with the Phillies here at 4.5. You can get that for minus 125. I think that both these hit. I think at the very least you can ask for 5 runs for the Philadelphia Phillies. And off of Will Crowe, I feel like that's not that much to ask for. And then I think the Phillies take care of business here in the first 5 innings. I think they tag up Will Crowe early and often. And I think that this is going to be a blowout today for Philadelphia. They should take care of business here against this really bad Pirates team playing really bad baseball.
Yeah, sounds about right to me. This next one's a little bit of an interesting game. The Toronto Blue Jays will be ending their 161-game road trip, and they'll be back in the Rogers Center today in Toronto. Nick, go ahead.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to mention that as well. We have the Kansas City Royals and the Toronto Blue Jays. It's a minus 215 for the Blue Jays. It's a plus 196 for the Royals. Over under of 10.5 runs for this game. Dustin Lynch takes on Ross Strickland. Lynch with a much better performance in his last start. And the Royals could be the first, they can say they're the first team to play in Canada this year on the road in 2 years. And this should be a fun game. Dustin Lynch, wow, what a performance in his last start. He went 8 innings pitched, allowed no runs on 5 hits. Maybe he's turning things around here with the Royals. And looking on the other side, Ross Strickland, 3-6, or my bad, I forgot. Dustin Lynch is 1-2, a 7.88 ERA, a 1.75 WHIP, 11 strikeouts, and 5 walks this season in 16 innings pitched. On the opposite side, Ross Strickland, 3-6, a 4.84 ERA, a 1.29 WHIP, 80 innings pitched, 84 strikeouts, and 25 walks. And I'm kind of tempted to bet the Royals today. I feel like this could be a potential letdown spot. The Blue Jays are finally ready to play at home. And I could see this being a little bit of a spoiler here by the Royals, who have been playing really good baseball lately. They've won 8 of their last 10 games, and they've been playing really good. I do have a play on this one, though. I'm going towards the under here, under 5.5 runs in the first 5 innings at minus 101. Dustin Lynch looked much better in his last start. Ross Strickland has been decent this year. They're not playing in Buffalo or Dunedin, so they're not playing in a little boombox AAA stadium. They're back at home in the Rogers Center. I think that this is a spot where Kansas City has been trending towards the under as well. Under 9 of their last 10 games, under 5 in a row. And the Blue Jays have gone under in 3 of their last 4 games as well. So I'm seeing an under here in this one, under first 5, 5.5. And I'm tempted to bet the Royals as well.
Yeah, I didn't bet this one. I just feel like there's probably way too much. If anything, I'd probably go after Kansas City. I think Toronto is probably going to be really excited to get back there, and I don't know if they're going to necessarily be the best that they can be, just because they're overly excited to get back to their home stadium and be able to play in Toronto again. But if anything, lean towards Kansas City, lean towards the under. I didn't personally bet this one. Ross Strickland's been meh this year with that 4.84 ERA. Lynch, he did a little bit better. He brought his ERA down a whole 10 from his last start. 8 from his last start. He had like a 15 ERA. Come on. I still don't really believe in that, but I'm passing on this game. Not a spot I want to get to. Plus, Toronto should be going after a couple pieces, so I don't know what they're exactly going to be doing.
All right. We'll move on to the next matchup here. And we finally have it. The long-awaited Mets debut for Carlos Cookie Carrasco. The Mets are taking on the Reds, and there's been tons of Mets money overnight. Looking at this game, New York Mets are minus 135. It's a plus 125 the opposite way with the Reds. Over under of 8 runs in this game. Carrasco versus Gray in this matchup. Gray is 2-6, a 4.50 ERA, a 1.41 WHIP, 70 innings pitched, 89 strikeouts, and 28 walks during the season. I lost what I was thinking there for a second. And looking at this game here, it'd be a lean towards the first 5 for the Mets. Just because the real question in this game is how far is Carrasco really going to go? Is he going to go 3 innings, 4 innings? He's probably going to go 60, 70 pitches? The Mets are not going to push him that far. I feel like this is a spot where if you like the Mets, it's a first 5 only spot. I'm personally staying away from this game. I'm leaning towards the first 5 from the Mets, but I'm not betting it, though.
Yeah, I'll go against what you said. I'm grabbing the Mets. I'm grabbing them full game. I just think this is a solid spot. Yes, Cookie Carrasco might only go 5 innings, which is fine. This Mets bullpen has been all right. I think they get enough done. I think that the Mets have a better bullpen than Cincinnati, at least. So I do think that the Mets have a good shot to win this one. Obviously, the books think so as well if they're minus 136. Cookie Carrasco making his first start as a Met. I think he has a solid start. Plus, if I can add a little bit of extra non-useful handicap and stuff, the Mets will be bringing back their black jerseys for the first time since 2012, 2013. Those black jerseys are nice. But I think that they play hard today. I think they give Cookie some run support, and I'm thinking the Mets take this game tonight.
Fair enough. All right, we'll move on to the next game then. Here we have the Baltimore Orioles at the Detroit Tigers. To minus 153 now for the Tigers. It's a plus 141 for the Orioles here. Over under of 9 runs in this game. We have Tariq Skubal taking on Matt Harvey in this matchup. What are you looking at for this game?
Man, if I said this like a month or 2 ago, people would have probably cocked their heads and looked at me weird. I'm going under in this game. I could say, judging off the last 2 starts for Matt Harvey, this is going to sound bad. I trust Matt Harvey. He's gone 12 innings in his last 2 starts and has allowed a total of 0 earned runs on 4 hits. I don't know what's going on with him, but I like it. I like that he's been pitching a lot better. And on the other side, Skubal has been doing the same thing. He had both these pitchers had horrible starts to the year and have been picking it up lately. I know Skubal got a little bit tagged up in his last start. His 2 previous starts before that, he was pretty solid. I think this game goes under. And yeah, I'm just going to take it under 9. I think we get 2 good starts from Harvey and Skubal.
Yeah, looking at this game, nothing really popped off the page for me here. The Tigers have been playing they've been playing better as of late. They've won 3 in a row heading into this game. And the Orioles, they've won 7 of their last 10 games. So these are 2 bad teams playing good baseball right now. Plus 141. That's the side I'd probably lean on in this game with the Orioles and Matt Harvey. I had this game priced around 140, 145, so that would be the slight value side. Am I betting this game? Absolutely not. Do I see a reason to bet it? Nope. I'm going to just pass on this game. Matt Harvey, he pitched great the last 2 starts, yes. But how long does this really continue for? So I'm staying far away from this game. It'll be a lean towards the Orioles. Let's see what it'll be probably Orioles' first full game because of that Detroit bullpen. So it'd be leaning towards Orioles full game, but I'm not getting involved in this one.
No, fair enough. We got this one coming up though.
Yeah, we have the Tampa Bay Rays and the Boston Red Sox in this matchup. The Rays are a minus 135. It's a plus 125 run back for the Red Sox. Over under of 9 runs in this game. Where are you looking at for this matchup?
Yeah, I pass on this one. If anything, it would be a look maybe towards the under. I know that Tampa Bay just had a big offensive day yesterday. But Boston hasn't been going under. It hasn't been going over lately. The last time they went over yesterday, that was because Toronto put up 13 runs on them. Before that game, they hadn't gone over in like 7 games. So this team is struggling, and we saw it last night. They lost 13-1. Struggling to hit, I should say. On the other side, you get Tampa Bay, which I think could easily get shut down from this Boston pitching staff. So, if anything, lean towards the under, but not anything that I'm going to be betting.
Yeah, this is a game that I actually circled earlier, and I actually haven't gotten around to betting it yet, but I'm probably going to. So I'm going to add probably one more play to my slate here. Looking at the pitchers here, Martin Perez is 7-6, a 4.18 ERA, a 1.47 WHIP, and 94 2/3 innings pitched, 80 strikeouts and 32 walks. Josh Fleming 7-5, a 4.07 ERA, a 1.14 WHIP, 77 1/3 innings pitched, 44 strikeouts and 20 walks. And these pitchers have been decent this year. And as you mentioned, these teams are trending towards the under as of late. So I'm going first 5, under 5 runs in this game. It's a minus 120. I think that's a good enough price to really attack this line. And Boston's been in a heavy under team recently, going under in 7 of their last 10 games, a 2-7-1 over-under record in their last 10 games. Tampa Bay has gone under in 6 of their last 10, including 4 of their last 5 games. So I'm going first 5, under 5 runs here between the Boston Red Sox and the Tampa Bay Rays.
Sounds good. We'll go ahead and move on.
Yes, we have the New York Yankees and the Miami Marlins. Jameson Taillon and Zach Thompson, the pitching matchup for this one. Looking at the lines here, the Yankees are minus 160 to plus 148 the opposite way at the Marlins. Over under of 7.5 runs for this game. And where are you looking at for this one?
I have a very similar theme to today's slate, as I have been for a little while. I've been liking a lot of unders, and this one is no exception. I know it is a 7.5, and that's going to be a little bit scary to some people, but I'm going under in this game. This New York Yankees team, I know they're getting Joey Gallo. I know they got Rizzo. They still can't hit. And I don't think Rizzo will be playing with them today. So I'm going to go and say this one stays under. We saw what the Yankees did yesterday. Miami has been hitting a little bit better, but it's been against bad teams. They were able to tag up Baltimore. Not really that impressive. And then before that, they tagged up San Diego one game. But I'm not really too impressed with that offense at the moment. I think that I think Taillon shuts them down. And I think we get a under 7.5 in this game.
Yeah, for me, I took a shot on the dog at this game with the first 5 innings plus 130 on the Marlins. Looking at this pitching matchup, Zach Thompson is 2-3, a 2.45 ERA, a 1.06 WHIP, 33 innings pitched, 36 strikeouts and 10 walks. Jameson Taillon 6-4, a 4.36 ERA, a 1.24 WHIP, and 95 innings pitched, 93 strikeouts and 29 walks. And looking at the projected lineup for the Yankees today, this does worry me a little bit here. And they actually resemble more of a major league lineup here. LeMahieu, Judge, Rizzo, Gallo, Sanchez, Torres, Urshela, Gardner, and Taillon.
Oh, Rizzo's in today.
Rizzo is in today. Projected in. This is not confirmed. This is just projected lineups. Okay. I'm leaning towards the Marlins though. First 5 plus 130, or I bet the Marlins first 5 plus 130 in this game. I think that there's just a value spot on this one. I had this game priced around plus 120 for the Marlins here, and you're getting them also plus 148 full game. I don't hate that as well. Once again, you're paying a Yankee tax for them to go 81 and 81 this year. Because all he really did was add 2 more DHs to the lineup and expect them to, and they strike out a lot as well. So more of the same for the Yankees. I think the Marlins here take the first 5 innings plus 130 is where I'm looking at for this game.
All right. Move on.
Yeah, we have the Milwaukee Brewers and the Atlanta Braves. It's a minus 142 for the Brewers. It's a plus 131 for the Braves. Over under 8.5 runs for this one. We're getting Corbin Burnes and Toussaint. The pitching matchup for this one. Looking at the pitching matchup here, Burnes 6-4, a 2.12 ERA, a 0.9 WHIP, 102 innings pitched, 146 strikeouts and 18 walks. What an incredible strikeout to walk ratio that one was. Toussaint 1-1, a 1.32 ERA plus a 0.73 WHIP, 13 2/3 innings pitched, 15 strikeouts and 2 walks. So nice little strikeout to walk ratio there in his first 13 innings. And looking at this game here, it'd be a lean towards Braves in this spot. The home dog. I had this game priced around plus 120. We're getting around plus 130 for it. I'm not betting this game because I don't know what these two teams are going to be doing for the trade deadline. They're obviously going to. The Braves are in an interesting spot here, where they're buyers or sellers. It could go either way, to be completely honest, for the Braves. And I'm not completely convinced on either way yet. Or they can buy and sell, where they go and try to dump some contracts, maybe like a Drew Smyly or like a Charlie Morton, but then go and pick up someone that can help them next year. This is going to be an interesting spot for the Braves. I'm staying off this game personally. It'd be a lean towards the Braves, but I'm not getting involved here.
Yeah. That's the big concern for me is the what are these two teams? Well, what are the Atlanta Braves doing for trade deadline? Milwaukee would only be adding players, so I wouldn't be too bad with trying to go after them. Atlanta, well, we should know everything by the time the game starts. So I guess stick around for the trade deadline show, and we'll go over more stuff as that goes along. But yeah, Toussaint has been quite impressive his first 2 starts, allowing 2 runs in those 13 innings. Been a nice solid piece for this Atlanta rotation. And then Corbin Burnes is Corbin Burnes. He's been solid all year. I think that he's part of the best pitching staff in baseball at the moment. I think that the Mets could be in the consideration come Noah Syndergaard coming back, and if Taijuan Walker actually pitches better, Stroman pitches a little bit better.
Well, if we're mentioning that, then the Dodgers are the best pitching staff in baseball after adding Scherzer last night.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I'm not really too big.
Buehler, Urias, Kershaw, if Bauer comes back.
Yeah, but for this one, I'm laying off. I just don't know. I'm laying off at the moment. I could add another 3 to 4 plays after trade deadline ends. So obviously stick tuned for that show. But at the moment, I only have a couple plays and nothing from this game right now.
All right, we'll move on to the next one then, which this is another one where, we have Cleveland and Chicago. Okay, different game. All right, I was looking at a different one. All right, White Sox and the Indians for this matchup here. Minus 212 for the White Sox, plus 193 for the Indians. Over under 8.5 runs for this game. Giancarlo Mejia takes on Lance Lynn in this matchup. Looking at the pitching matchup here, Mejia 1-6, a 7.52 ERA, a 1.45 WHIP, 40 2/3 innings pitched, 41 strikeouts, 15 walks. On the opposite side, Lance Lynn 10-3, a 1.19 WHIP, a 1.91 ERA, a 1.02 WHIP, 103 2/3 innings pitched, 115 strikeouts, and 32 walks. Someone we should consider for the Cy Young Award. And looking at this game here, the White Sox have posted a 2-5-3 over/under record in their last 10 games. They've gone under in 5 in a row. Cleveland's gone under in 6 of their last 10. I'm going first 5 under in this matchup. I think that we see a lower scoring game here. The only thing that really puts me on a little bit of concern is that it's Giancarlo Mejia on the other side. I think that Lynch should be able to shut down this offense of Cleveland that has been not great this year. Giancarlo Mejia is the only one really worrying me, but I think 4.5. I think it's going to be potentially like a 3-0 game at the end of 5 with the White Sox leading. So I like the first 5 under 4.5 here. You can get it at -105. I see some value on there. Both these teams have been trending towards the under as of late, and I'm going to continue to ride Chicago unders here. So give me the White Sox first 5 under 4.5 in this matchup at -105.
Yeah, this is another one that I didn't go near because trade deadline talk. Cleveland, I'm pretty sure. I mean, they dealt out Ramirez already, and they're probably going to be dealing out some more players. This is another one.
Hernandez? Cesar Hernandez?
I thought they released Ramirez as well. I could be wrong.
No.
They didn't?
No, they didn't.
Cleveland Butters. Oh, here. Jose Ramirez could be on the move. That's what I was seeing. So I'm just going to stay away from this game. Yeah, if anything, lean towards the under. But with this Cleveland team, I don't know if they're dealing out any players or anything going on with that. So that's another team I just wanted to keep an eye on. So this one, another pass for me. Along with the next game, I'm going to have another team to keep an eye on out for. Actually, the next 2 games. So, yeah, I just had a couple games in a row that I didn't like just because trade deadline talk. So, yeah, pass for me for this one.
Yeah, we'll move on to that next one here. And this one is a red alert. Do not bet this game. Do not bet this game to me. We get the Minnesota Twins and the St. Louis Cardinals in this one. It's basically a pick 'em, one at -106, -104. Over under of 8 runs for this game. Jose Barrios, Wade LeBlanc. Barrios, I'm going to say, is not going to start this game. So if you do like the Cardinals, well, first of all, bet them later. Actually, don't bet them now. Bet them now.
On action.
List action on the Minnesota side. If you want Wade LeBlanc, you can list Wade LeBlanc, but I mean, I'll just list action on either side because you can get a potential pick-em price on a spot where they can be big favorites later. I don't think Barrios starts this game, and I'm tempted to bet the Cardinals here, -104, and listing action on the Minnesota side. Barrios has been one of the big trade talks here. I'm not really breaking this game down much because I'm not betting it, and I don't know who the starting pitcher is going to be because it's not going to be Barrios. It's the trade deadline. It ends at 4 o'clock, and he's not going to be in a Minnesota uniform come that time. Whether he's heading to New York or he's heading to fill in the blank that needs a starting pitcher, which is probably freaking everywhere, or knowing our luck, heading to Los Angeles to play with the Dodgers because the Dodgers are just going to go and get everybody. He's not going to start for Minnesota. So if you guys are betting this game, list action on the Cardinals or list action on the starting pitchers for this one. Am I betting this game? Absolutely not. Maybe later I might put a small bet on the Cardinals, but I mean it's not worth it at this price.
I actually just put a bet in, and I decided to try out this. I did grab St. Louis at -104 and I did list action. So if Barrios does not pitch, I get the St. Louis Cardinals at -104, and they'll probably I don't know who would be replacing him. It could possibly be a bullpen game. So with this one, I went with St. Louis. I don't think Barrios will be in a Twins uniform when it comes down to it. And when he gets traded, I'll have listed action. Yeah, if you're betting this one, list action. Do not have Barrios listed. Cannot stress that one enough. And then you get the Cardinals at a pick-em price when they could be probably close to -140s. So I did that. I grabbed Wade LeBlanc at -104. Now, if Barrios for some reason doesn't get traded, then I probably won't like that bet very much. But for right now, that's what I did, taking a little bit of a risk. And I went with St. Louis today.
Yeah, actually, I just did that, and I just saw a line that I liked, and I bet it. I got the first 5 at plus 105 for the Cardinals here. List action on this one. And it's for the reason that I don't think we're going to see Berrios and who's going to be starting once he is traded. So yeah, give me the Cardinals here. First 5 plus 105, a potential spot where they could be big favorites later.
Yeah, no, I got you. And then this next game coming up is another game that I'm looking at trade deadline stuff.
Yeah, we're looking at the Oakland Athletics and the LA Angels. We're getting Chris Bassett and Pablo Sandoval for this one. And it's a minus 111 for the Athletics. It's a plus 101 for the Angels, over under 8.5 runs for this game. What are you looking at for trade deadline stuff for this one?
I have no clue what the Angels are going to do. It's mostly just a big question mark with the Angels right now. Whether or not they're going to be stupid aggressive or sell a bunch of pieces, or I have no clue what these Angels are intending to do right now. And I don't want anything to do with that game at the moment. You could very well see the Angels go out and get a couple players and attempt to be contenders so that they can finish 4th place in the division and spend a crap ton of money to do that. Or you could see them start to sell some pieces and think, okay, we're not making it this year. Next year we'll have Trout for the entire year. We could probably try to make a playoff run then and start selling players. But I'm not betting this one. And then Oakland on the other side, yes, they're going to be in playoff contention. Yes, they're going to be trying to pick up a couple pieces. I'm not bothering with this game right now. I may bet it after the trade deadline and see what's up there. So, but I'm not looking at this game before 4:00.
Yeah, I'm on the same page with that one. I'm staying away from this game, honestly. Chris Bassett, 10-3 at 3.46 ERA, 1.06 WHIP, 130 innings pitched, 132 strikeouts, and 32 walks. And on the other side, Sandoval, 3-4, a 3.52 ERA, a 1.10 WHIP, 71 and 2/3 innings pitched, 81 strikeouts, 26 walks. Yeah, this is a spot where I'm staying away as well. I have this game priced correctly. I had the Athletics around a minus 105, so I see no value on either side for this one. I'm staying away from this game. I'll lean towards the over in this game for total chaos reasons. But other than that, I'm not having any action on this game.
Yeah, real quick, Wilhelmina said over in the Twins game. I'm personally not betting that, and the only reason why is right now you cannot list your pitcher. Well, you can't list pitchers for totals, and I don't think Berrios is going to pitch, so therefore it wouldn't be worth it for me to bet that bet just yet. If you still like it after Berrios gets traded, and it's before game time, and you can get it then where you know that the two pitchers are actually going to pitch, do it then. But I would not recommend betting it now because you can't list your pitchers, and that's just a chunk of money just sitting there when you could be having it on another game. That's just my advice towards it, but yeah, that's all. It's all good. I like the over. I just want to see where what's the deal with Berrios.
Yep. All right, we'll move on to the next game here. We have the Dodgers at the Diamondbacks here. It's a minus 180 for the Dodgers. It's a plus 166 for the Diamondbacks. Over under of 9 runs in this game. We have Tony Gonzalen taking on Zach Gallen, this pitching matchup. Gonzalen 2-1, a 2.38 ERA, a 1.35 WHIP, 34 innings pitched, 41 strikeouts, 21 walks. On the other side, Zach Gallen 1-5, a 4.80 ERA, a 1.40 WHIP, and 50 and 2/3 innings pitched, 61 strikeouts, and 26 walks. And this is a stay away from me here. I'm leaning towards the Diamondbacks in this game, to be completely honest. I see some value on that side. I have them priced around plus 155, and we're getting them at around plus 166. So this is definitely a value spot on the Arizona Diamondbacks, if anything. The Dodgers are coming off of a series versus San Fran. I can see this as a letdown spot. They did that against Colorado the last time they came off of a series against the Giants, and now they're playing another bad team in Arizona. Leaning towards the Arizona Diamondbacks. I'm not getting involved in this game, though.
Now, I'll say the Dodgers are struggling. What is the greatest cure for a struggling team? Playing a shit show. All right, here we go. They play the Diamondbacks. They go up against Zach Gallen, which is a lefty that they could – a righty, sorry. Who am I thinking of?
Bumgarner.
Okay. Sorry, I thought Gallen was a lefty for a minute. They're going up against a pitcher that they can hit. Gonzalen could easily struggle. My play for this one is going to be the over. Gonzalen's pitched good for the Dodgers. His first couple of starts. And I think he has a decent start. The biggest concern is I with the over, the Dodgers bullpen is not good right now. They are bad. They are struggling. And I think that Arizona can tag a couple of them off. Arizona team total 3.5, not a bad option. And I think the Dodgers can score a bunch of runs against Gallen themselves. I think it's a solid spot for it. They're coming off of a bad series against the Giants, and they're going to want to make up some space. They know in order to catch the Giants, they have to be beating those Colorados, those Arizonas, the bad teams that they have to face. They know they have to beat in order to make the playoffs. This is one of those series I think that the Dodgers absolutely smack tonight, and I think it's a higher scoring game. I think this one goes way over that 9 total.
Yeah, and by the way, currently the projected lineup does not have Trey Turner in it, but that can always change when they do confirm lineups. I'm looking at RotoWire's lineup thing. That's where I'm looking at. These are all projected, expected lineups or whatever. Taylor, Muncy, Turner, Smith, Justin Turner, my bad. Bellinger, Pollock, Beatty, McKinstry, and Gonzalen. So no Trey Turner on that lineup currently, but that could potentially be a spot where you see Trey Turner get in that lineup.
No, fair enough. We got 2 games left. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was going to say we got 2 games left. We're going to move on to the next one here, where we have the Houston Astros at the San Francisco Giants. Minus 125 for the Giants. It's a plus 115 the opposite way with the Astros. Over under of 7.5 runs for this game. Framber Valdez and we have Kevin Gausman in this matchup. And this is another spot, kind of like what we saw with Pittsburgh, the series against Pittsburgh after they won 3 out of 4 against the Dodgers. This is another spot where the Giants are coming off of a series versus the Dodgers. And this time they get an actual legit team. Looking at this matchup here, Framber Valdez is 6-2, a 2.97 ERA, a 1.29 WHIP, and 66 2/3 innings pitched, 60 strikeouts, and 30 walks. On the opposite side, Gausman's 9-4, a 2.21 ERA, a 0.92 WHIP, 122 innings pitched, 140 strikeouts, and 37 walks. Everybody looking at these pitchers are like, ooh, this is going to be an under for sure. I'm going team total over here with the Houston Astros here. I think they get the Gausman a little bit here in a letdown spot. Over 3.5. I think that's not asking too much from the best offense in baseball, which is averaging 5.46 runs scored per game. So, and this is also an Astros team that's gone over in 6 of their last 10 games, including 3 in a row. And they're coming in playing good baseball, winning 7 of their last 10, including 2 in a row. So this is a Astros team coming in playing really good baseball against a Giants team that just came off of a big series against the Dodgers. So I'm seeing a letdown spot here for these Giants. Give me the team total over with the Houston Astros in the spot.
Yeah, I got 2 spots in this slate on this game. They're already scrolling through. I got Houston in general, and I have the over. Looking at it, Kevin Gausman has been struggling lately. His last 3 starts, or I should say his last 2 starts, because his third start was, or his first out of the 3 was actually a good start. He's gone 7 1/3 innings in his last 2 starts, allowing 8 runs on 11 hits. He's starting to struggle, and this Houston team is no joke. So I'm thinking that he struggles again today. 7.5 is way too low of a total. I think Houston can hit that themselves. I think San Fran scores a little bit. I think it's a higher scoring game. I think it goes way over the total. I think Houston takes it. Framber Valdez has been pitching really good lately. So give me Houston. Give me the over. What's wrong with it?
All right. We'll move on to the last game of the day. And we have the Colorado Rockies at the San Diego Padres. The Padres are minus 205 for this matchup, plus 188 run back on the Rockies. Over under 8 runs for this game. Where are you looking at to close out the slate here?
This is another one of those trade deadline games. John Gray, all right, Gray. the pitcher for the Colorado Rockies, could be going elsewhere. He has been one of the bigger topics for a couple of teams. I know the Mets are interested. I think the Blue Jays are interested. I think the Phillies are interested. So there's a bunch of teams interested in him. So keep an eye out for that one. And Trevor Story. Trevor Story could easily be going elsewhere. Actually, he's like one of the biggest names still around on that trade deadline. So I do want to be passing on this game. Do I want to look at this game later? But I'm not going to be interested in this one. Oh. Well, he's gone. I don't know if he liked anything from this game. But yeah, John Gray, keep an eye on that one. He could definitely be traded before the deadline. You good?
Yeah, office maintenance coming and they're checking the upstairs units.
Oh, okay, sounds good.
Yeah, I heard knocking on the door. I'm like, what the? Yeah. So yeah, they're. That's why I turned off my mic and because I had to yell to them.
Okay, Colorado, San Diego.
Stay away. This is another spot where if you like the Padres here, well, you can't bet the run line and list your pitchers, and I'm not laying minus 205. But this is definitely a red alert. Red alert. You're gonna have to list your pitchers if you want. You're gonna want to have to list action if you want any play on this game. If you like the Padres, if your book allows you to list action on run lines, I would definitely do that. But I'm staying away from this game. I think John Gray is definitely someone who is not going to be starting tonight because he's going to get traded. So this is a stay away spot for me.
No, that makes sense. It's just a lot of the games today are revolving around this trade deadline, which we will know before the games start, which is convenient because it's kind of different this year because normally there's a couple of games during trade deadline that are playing during that time, and you would get certain players coming out of the game because they got traded, and you don't see that this year. I'm glad it's not like that this year because then that would be a whole big headache. But yeah, that's kind of good. What's up, guys? Let's get us cash. Let's do this. Oh yeah, they tell the truth. Oh yeah, but we're gonna have another show today around 2:30. It will be tailing the end of Morning Wood. So we'll stick to that. We'll be live for like an hour and a half, 2 hours, 2.5 hours, somewhere in that ballpark. Minimum 2:30 to 4, maybe 2:30 to 5. Go over some of the games again after the trade deadline. Do another like ESB show after the trade deadline to talk about some of the games that we couldn't really talk about today because we didn't know what was going on. So like games including like the Indians game, Atlanta game, Minnesota game, Oakland game, Colorado game. Like there's a couple games that we couldn't really talk about because we didn't really know. Haha, babyface Earle. Yeah, I see that. But yeah, we'll be doing another show 2:30 today, Eastern Standard Time. Be here. We'll be going over the entire trade deadline, everything that's going on.
Yeah. But let's go over a little bit of a recap, I guess, then.
Oh, yeah, but before we do a recap, a little bit of housekeeping. Yes, of course, stream at 2:30 today. But if you guys are new to the channel, like, comment, subscribe, share out. Trying to reach that 1,000 subscriber mark by week 1 of the NFL season. We're at 911 subscribers now, so 89 more. We're keep on pushing, getting close. Also, check out the links in the description below: Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Discord, Facebook group, picks and parlays, premium plays, all that stuff down there. Speaking of picks and parlays, Craig 10, me and Nick at 11, Higgs at 12, Morning Wood today at 1:30, ESB show trade deadline edition 2:30 today. Probably no game time decision just because me and Nick will be live for like 2 hours today, and then no total chaos. And I think today is Friday, so there will be a football Friday on Winning Free Picks with Sean Higgs today. Go ahead, check that out as well. But yeah, let's go ahead and do a little bit of recap and then head on out for a little bit.
And then one more thing, if you guys have your post notifications on for ESB, probably sometime tonight, anywhere from like 8, 9 o'clock, I will be doing my UFC Vegas 33 show. So if you guys are interested in UFC content as well, I will be breaking down that very sketchy card for tomorrow.
Sounds good, Nick. I forgot about that card. But let's go over a little bit of a recap. I'll go first. I like the over in the Philly game. I like the Mets. I like the under in the Baltimore. I like the under in the Yankee. I like St. Louis. List your pitchers for that game. Or no, sorry. List action for that game. List action for the St. Louis game if you're taking St. Louis. I like the over in the Arizona game. I like Houston. I like the over in the Houston game. And that's it.
Yeah, I'm on the Astros here. Team total over 3.5. I'm on the first 5 under between the White Sox and the Indians. I'm on the Miami Marlins first 5 plus 130. I'm on the Kansas City Royals and Toronto Blue Jays first 5 under 5.5. Philadelphia first 5 and first 5 money line and team total over 4.5. The Red Sox and the Rays under first 5 under 5, and St. Louis first 5 listing action on that one. Nerfing the Detroit game today, maybe.
Harvey and Scuball, I don't mind that. These two teams have been scoring a lot of runs lately. I think they quiet down today. So, yeah, I don't mind a nerfing in the first inning.
Yeah.
But that's going to wrap up the stream. Nick, do you want to finish it out?
Yeah, that's going to just about wrap it up for the stream. I want to thank you guys, as always, for hanging out. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel down below if you haven't already. Turn on those post notifications so you guys know whenever we go live, which today, 2:30, trade deadline show, and around 8, 9 o'clock tonight, we will have the UFC Vegas 33 show as well. And we also post videos, free pick videos at night, usually at midnight, 3 a.m. And if we have a third one, it'll be around 6 a.m. We do those overnight as well. If you guys don't have the time to sit down and watch a 47-minute long stream, you guys can see individual games that we do free picks for. Those are also available on the channel as well. But that's going to just about do it for this one. I want to thank you guys, as always, for watching. My name is Nicholas Earle. I was joined here by my brother, Tim. And this has been another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. Thank you guys, as always, and good luck today.
See you guys.